Did you know that just a few decades ago, half of Jamaica's adult population couldn't read or write? Yes, that's right. 50% of our adults were illiterate, but one movement changed the course of our history forever. How did Jamaica go from such staggering numbers to having one of the highest adult literacy rates in the Caribbean region? This is the story of JAMAL, the program that revolutionized literacy in Jamaica. In 1974, the People's National Party government, under Michael Manley, decided that enough was enough. They launched JAMAL, the Jamaica Movement for the Advancement of Literacy, to confront this massive challenge head-on. Imagine an island where half of the adult population couldn't read a bus sign, a letter, or even a job application. JAMAL wasn't just a literacy program, it was a movement to empower a nation. And it worked. But how? By the late 1970s, JAMAL had achieved what many thought was impossible. The literacy rate in Jamaica skyrocketed, and by 1989, over 248,000 Jamaicans had learned to read and write, thanks to this bold initiative. In just a few short years, the national literacy rate rose from 68% in 1975 to an impressive 82% by 1987. But JAMAL's story is not just about numbers, it's about people, teachers, volunteers, and learners who faced incredible challenges along the way but never gave up. JAMAL was born out of necessity. Before its establishment, literacy in Jamaica was in crisis. Around 50% of adults were unable to read or write, particularly those in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. The government saw this as not just a social issue, but an economic one. How could the country thrive if half of its adult workforce lacked basic literacy skills? JAMAL was created to tackle this problem with a clear mandate: eradicate illiteracy as quickly as possible and open doors to new opportunities for thousands of Jamaicans. JAMAL's success relied on a small army of volunteers, over 20,000 in total, who took on the task of teaching adults across the island. These weren't just teachers. Many were everyday Jamaicans who saw the need in their communities and stepped up to help. Together, they made a significant dent in the illiteracy rate, proving that when a community comes together, remarkable things can happen. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. High dropout rates plagued the program from the start, with both students and teachers leaving for various reasons. The scarcity of trained staff and sometimes subpar quality of teaching also held the program back at times. On top of that, the socio-economic realities of Jamaica, low job opportunities, and political resistance often discouraged adult learners. But despite these setbacks, JAMAL pressed on, adapting and evolving to meet the needs of the people. As Jamaica changed, so did JAMAL. By the 1990s, the movement shifted its focus beyond just literacy. JAMAL became more about lifelong learning, incorporating numeracy and life skills into its programs. This evolution culminated in 2008, when JAMAL became the Jamaican Foundation for Lifelong Learning, JFLL, addressing not only literacy, but also computer education and high school equivalency programs. JAMAL's impact went far beyond literacy. As adults learned to read and write, doors opened to new job opportunities, economic mobility improved, empowering individuals to contribute more meaningfully to their families and communities. This literacy movement played a direct role in strengthening the economic and social fabric of Jamaica. It wasn't just about reading, it was about giving Jamaicans the tools they needed to change their lives. Today, Jamaica's adult literacy rate stands at around 89%, a significant improvement from the days when half the population couldn't read or write. This incredible progress is thanks to the groundwork laid by Jamal. But even as we celebrate these achievements, we must remember that the work is not done. We cannot afford to backslide. Every child in Jamaica deserves a solid education. So, what can we learn from Jamal? That a nation is only as strong as its people, and education is the foundation of that strength. The story of Jamal is a reminder that we can never go back to where we were. And now, it's up to all of us to continue that legacy. If you're finding value in this look back at Jamal's legacy, now's the time to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll join a growing community committed to celebrating Jamaica's rich history and its future. The fight for literacy is not over. We must ensure that no child is left behind. We owe this to our children, grandchildren, and the future of Jamaica. Let's keep building on the legacy of Jamal, one word, one page, and one book at a time.